Hey, welcome to Tabletop Skirmish Games. I'm Lee, and in this video we'll be taking a look at the confirmed prices for Kill Team SHADOWVAULTS and also having a sneak peek at the sprues. So the article went up on the Warhammer community site today showing us the new sprues, so really looking forward to diving in and having a close look at those in this video. But let's check out the prices first. So for SHADOWVAULTS, this is the expansion, so we're not going to get everything that we got in the main game in Into the Dark, so we're not going to get the gauges, dice and the main core book, so there's going to be like less things in this box set, so we'd expect it to be a cheaper price. And good news is it is cheaper, so we're looking at £110 in the UK, €145, and then I've just worked it out at $180 in the US. I haven't confirmed that, so we'll have to wait until someone in the US gets the confirmed price to see that for sure. But yeah, definitely UK and EU, that's confirmed from the order lists. So £110. Again, we're not going to pay the full price on these. So looking at a 20% discount if you're lucky enough to be able to order online at places like Firestorm Games and all the other online retailers, also your local friendly game store. They're going to probably give some great discounts, so check those out too. So we could be looking to save up to £22, maybe even a little bit more, and that's going to bring it down to a reasonable £88. And I think for what's included, that's a pretty decent price. You've got the SHADOWVAULTS expansion book with the rules for the 2 kill teams included. You get the same amount of terrain, but maybe a little bit less actually terrain than you got in Into the Dark, but the main bulk of it, all the walls and everything, that looks like it's going to be the same with a few extra new bits that we'll have a look at later on. But if you're looking to pre-order this game on Saturday, then please check out the sponsor of my channel, Firestorm Games, and a big thank you to them for sponsoring me and helping me to keep going with these daily videos. I'll put a link in the description down below, and you can follow that to their website, and then when it's up on the site to pre-order, you can save yourself up to 20% there. So it'd be great if you check that out. You'll also support the channel as I get a small commission from every sale made, so thanks so much if you do. I really appreciate that. Now we've confirmed the price, let's have a look at exactly what's included in this set. So we're going to get another game board, that's awesome, and with the terrain included, we can now double up what we had from Into the Dark, put them together, and we could play 3 or 4 player kill team, or use it for the new boarding actions for 40k, which I think is going to be awesome. Now there's a few additions. The Ancient Apparatus, I can never say it right, the Ancient Apparatus is not going to be included in this, but there are some new panels, and I guess they're going to have new rules as well, but we'll see those later on as we go through it. We also get the sentry gun with the heavy bolters, and then we've also got that robot as well, and a bomb to take around and set off and do some destruction in the Galadark. So that all sounds really cool. Then we've got the 2 kill teams, of course, the Necrons and the Kazakins, and then the SHADOWVAULTS book and a transfer set as well. Now let's have a look at the Kazakin sprues first. So here's all 10 operatives that are going to be in there. And there's loads of variety in these sprues. It's really cool. And I love having a little sneak peek before the pre-order time. So it's great to make these sprue videos. It seems to be a common thing I'm doing at the moment. So yeah, really like having a look beforehand. Here's some of the operatives there. The sniper in the top left. Brilliant. That's got to be my favourite. I'd really like snipers in all the games I play. So yeah, always cool to get a sniper in there. And then look at all these different weapons that we're going to get lots of options for too. Really awesome. So here's the first sprue. And the first thing that stands out to me are just the number of heads again. With these kill teams, you seem to get a lot of different heads. So this is going to be great for customizing it and putting those different heads on the models that you want. And so you've got lots of choice. And altogether, there's 26 heads. So for 10 operatives, that's not bad. 2.6 per operative. You could even give them 2 heads if you wanted to. On this sprue, this is the sniper, so you can see he's got the rifle there, and then also the cloak and the arm that goes with him. So that's all that's really standing out to me on this first one, apart from the little backpack up here. I think with the roll mats on, that's a really nice addition. Let's move on to the second sprue now, and so here you can see that you're going to get lots of pistol choices. So this is going to be great for the sergeant in there. He's going to have lots of choices, and then you've got the chainsword and power sword as well at the top there too. So yeah, nice to have all those different pistols included. That's really great. And then as we move on to the next one, you can see that here you've got 2 of the grenade launchers. And this is one thing that's really awesome from this set. You can have 2 of each of these special weapons. So I'll get all 3 sprues out here for you to see. You got the 2 melter guns as well there, 2 flamers, and 2 plasmas. So that's brilliant. Having that option to have 2 of each in the team is great, especially if you want to get this and maybe pick up a set in the future when they release the Kazakin separately and then use them in 40k. You're going to have loads of special weapon options. So I think that's a really nice addition to this, and great that you can take in 2 of each if you want to. But again, we'll have to confirm that in the rules, because sometimes they say things, and then you get the rules, you can't really do it. So yeah, let's make sure on that when we get the book. But I'm really looking forward to having a look at what these operatives can do and breaking down their rules. That covers the Kazakin sprues, and for me the best thing is definitely the fact that you can have 2 of each of those special weapons, so that's really great. Let's have a look at the Necrons now though. So here are all the ones that you can field in the kill team, and then here's some close-ups so you can see some of the newer models in there as well. And then as we look at the sprues, you're going to get 2 of the half size, 1 of the small size, and then they haven't included the Cryptek in there, so you're going to get some more sprues on top of that, but they didn't include that in the article. But I did grab it from their website to show you exactly what is going to be included, so we'll get to that in a minute. But here we go. So these 2 sprues here are the Immortals and Deathmarks kit. So this is going to give you the option for 5 different weapons. You can have 5 Deathmark or 5 Immortals. And so you're only going to be building 3 Deathmarks in this though. So you're going to certainly have a lot of weapons left over. And when you consider you've only got, 1 of the Immortals, you're only going to use 1 of those weapons too. So yeah, there's going to be quite a lot left over from these sprues. And then you've got the upgrade sprue here as well. Now this is going to give you some of those newer models, included the Apprentech, I'm having to read this bit so I get it right, the Plasmakite Reanimator and Plasmakite Accelerator. They're going to be found on this smaller sprue. You've also got a little piece that you can put, you can also put a little piece on the Immortal, which we'll have a look at. I'm getting ahead of myself there, but here we've got the Cryptek. So he's not featured on these 2.5 sprues here, so we'll have to have a look at his sprue separately, and here it is. So these are the 2 little sprues you'll get with the Cryptek. So this model is available separately at Games Workshop at the moment. So I mean, it's pretty good really. I mean, you'd pay what, £21 RRP for this one model, so the fact it's included is pretty good. So there's that one. Let's have a look at these 2 sprues, and I'll break them up. We'll have a look at the big one first, and then you've got the little one there to cover next. So nothing really standing out on here. This isn't new at all. This is the Immortal stroke Deathmark kit, and so you see you've got the 5 sets of legs, and I do believe those are the ones you're going to use on the Apprentech as well. So you're going to be spreading those out onto the different models and combining this sprue with the upgrade one. You've also got some new heads for the Deathmarks, so that's something to look forward to. So on this upgrade one, you can pick out those heads up the top there. Number 26, 27 and 25 look like they could well be the ones that we can use. You've even got another one down there, 21 perhaps. So yeah, you've got a little bit of an option there to mix up your Deathmarks, but otherwise they're not really going to be that different to what you're already used to. But this is where you're going to get all the new parts that aren't available yet. Here's that little piece that you can put on one of the Immortals, so you're going to change it up a little bit, but again, just like the Deathmark, it's going to be pretty much the same. Then we go to the second sprue for the Deathmarks / Immortals, and you can see here, yeah, you've got 5 of their guns, so you're going to have 2 spare, and then you can have all these spare pretty much for the Immortal too, so lots of weapons left over. Now on to the good stuff. Here's all the terrain that's going to be included in the set, and you can see at the top exactly the same pieces that we got in Into the Dark, so that isn't going to be any different. But we do have this robot crawler and the heavy bolter sentry, which I think are really nice pieces and some nice additions to this. Looking at the sprue here, you can see we've got quite a few other pieces on here that we didn't see in the online preview. I don't even think they talked about it, and I don't remember reading it in the article that accompanied that preview either. So looking at these 2 pieces here, these are weapon lockers. Now these are going to be able to be used just like we use the ancient apparatus. I think I got it right that time. The ancient apparatus where we slot them in, and then they're tied in to the different games and objectives and things. So we get 2 of those, and then we get some more panels as well here. They're mixing it up a bit. So I like having these extra details. So although we are getting the same terrain as Into the Dark, having these extra pieces in place of what they included for the ancient apparatus there, I think is a really nice move. At least we do have something different to make those missions just a little bit more special and unique. I've grabbed another picture of the board here so you can see just where those pieces slot in, and so you can see in the green, the orange and the turquoise here, they're dotted around on the battlefield, and so we're going to use them just like we use the pieces that were originally included. Then you've got these sprues. So these weren't featured in the article today. I just took these from Into the Dark, set on the Games Workshop website, and we're going to get the same sprues. So there's not going to be anything different there with that terrain. And then this isn't going to be included, so you're not going to get all that ancient apparatus that was included there, all the barricades. So there's no barricades in this, none of those crates or anything like that. You're also not going to get the gauges or the other type, the original barricades, so they won't be included either. So there we go, that's everything we're going to get in the Shadow Vaults box set for Kill Team, and great to see that that price has certainly not gone up, and they're keeping it around 110, I think is a good move. For that terrain, I mean, the terrain is really good. I know a lot of people aren't happy because it's been doubled up, and if you're not going to play 3 or 4 player mode or play 40k, then why do you need the same terrain? It's just unnecessary. It's certainly not enough to get this set, just to get those weapon lockers, new pieces and a little robot. But if you are into playing the bigger games and 40k, then I think it's going to be a really good thing to add to Into the Dark. And I'm really happy. It's just worked out great for me personally, because down at our game club, a lot of people are interested in this. We're really looking forward to playing the new way to play 40k 2, so having this 2 lots of terrain is going to be great. And also I can take 2 separate Kill Team boards down to the local store too, so we can get lots of games in if anyone wants to play it. So very happy, and I'm also glad I painted my terrain really easily, because I'm going to have to do it all again next week. So yeah, really happy with that too. I'm also looking forward to seeing the new Shadow Vaults book, getting the rules for the Kazakin and the Necrons. I'm really happy the Necrons have got more rules, because a lot of people have got those models, you know, from the different sets and the magazine that's out now as well. And the rules in the compendium aren't that great for them, so really nice. They've got their own unique rules with some new models too, so that's a nice touch. I must admit though, I would have liked to have seen all new models in all these box sets, because I think that's what they were kind of saying it was going to be, but it was worded a bit dubiously to leave room for the fact that they weren't going to be completely brand new. And so yeah, not entirely brand new, but can't complain too much. Got some new models, and the rules I'm sure are going to make Necrons a lot more appealing to play. But the Kazakins, they're the ones I'm looking forward to from this set. Can't wait to add those to my Astra Militarum army. Now I'm going to be painting these differently, and here they are, the Kazakin. I'm going to be painting them differently to how I painted my Cadians, and I'm going to combine these with that Astra Militarum army set that's coming out, and I'll use them in a different force, something more urban, maybe a grey kind of colour scheme. I think that'll be really fun, especially with the little glimpse we got of that new tank. If it is the Soviet style T-34 tank, then having a kind of urban Leningrad style army I think would be really cool. So I think that's the way to go with these, make them urban, and then I can create some cool terrain to go with it as well, combine them with that army set. That's going to be awesome. And then I like my Cadians as they are, so having these newer models that might be a little bit bigger, I think would be cool to have them as a completely separate regiment. And of course, with the new rules, we can mix them together anyway, so that's certainly not going to be a problem. Great to see the Necrons, as I said, so you know, I'll be playing those, giving them a go, seeing what they're like, because the death marks aren't bad, and you know, they could be quite fun. I hope they get some rules that make them quite powerful. But if they've got heavy weapons, then 3 of your models here aren't going to be able to move and shoot. So I wonder if they'll remove the heavy keyword from that weapon or not, because otherwise you're going to be pretty limited, especially in the Into the Dark setup. I'm finding heavy weapons aren't that great in it, and so yeah, I think that they must surely, if there's 3 of them there, remove that heavy keyword for them. But we'll wait and see. But overall, I think I'm really happy with the price. I'd love to know what you think though. What do you think about this £110 price tag in the UK? Do you think it's good for what's included here? Or do you think it should be cheaper? Or do you think they shouldn't have replicated the terrain and done something completely different for that price? Whatever you think, let me know in the comment section below. I'd love to hear what you think, and I'll be catching up with all my comments tomorrow because there was so many from the weekend with the previews and everything. And so yeah, lots to catch up with. So I'm going to be doing that tomorrow and reading through all the comments. Really looking forward to that. So thanks so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did like it, please hit the like button, subscribe for more videos like this one, and don't forget to hit that notification bell too to join me here next time on Tabletop Skirmish Games. I'd like to say a huge thank you to my Patreon supporters who make these daily videos possible, and if you're interested in joining the community, it'd be awesome to see you there, and I'll put a link for that in the description down below.